underneath the structure of the residence. The property was immediately secured and additional resources were summoned. Yesterday, being Tuesday, July 2nd, the Mercyhurst University Forensic Anthropology team assisted us at the property with processing that suspected burial site. We can confirm that yesterday we did locate a body within that burial site. Just this morning, a post-mortem examination was conducted on the body at Forensic DX in Windber, Pennsylvania. And after speaking with the family of Ms. Klein, we were able to confirm today that the body recovered from that burial site was in fact the body of Ms. Klein. And this was confirmed through photographs of tattoos on Ms. Klein's body. Certainly this is a very difficult time for her family. We have been in contact with Mr. Klein, her husband. This remains a very active investigation. As of now, the cause and manner of death are still pending. So we are not yet ruling this a homicide, but it is under investigation. No charges have been filed at this point, and I'd like to turn the microphone over to District Attorney Lisa Lazari-Strasser now. Thank you.
Good afternoon. We are extending our sympathies to the family, and at this point, members of my office, the District Attorney's Office, were at the scene yesterday and would like to extend our thanks to those that were there. We were there for a couple of hours, and it made me realize the resources that we have at our fingertips are incredible for something like this. We had, of course, PSP out of this barracks. We had the FSU unit, Forensic Services Unit for Troop A that's located in Greensburg. They were there. We had the Mercyhurst team with Dr. Dirtmat, and it's incredible to watch that group work. He takes interns from his department at the university and grants them fellowships, and they are professional as it comes. I told the girls yesterday that made up the body of his team that they worked almost silently without speaking to each other, and that tells me that they're not even well, there was a graduate of the department there as a volunteer, but the rest of those students haven't even obtained their degree yet, and they work with proficiency that's far and above college level. We had part of their team is a retired FBI agent, Michael Hochran, who I have dealt with over the last 8 years. Incredibly professional, incredibly skilled. And we also had, we have a thanks for Windber Volunteer Fire Department. They came out and assisted with some of the structure that had to be removed, and of course the Somerset County Coroner's Office. Kind of ironic that last week we had coverage for our Forensic DX facility in Windber. Would like to give a thanks to them too, because we would not, my opinion is we wouldn't have the identification so quickly if it weren't for them located so closely and so willing to help so quickly. With that, again, I extend my sympathies to the family. As we indicated, about all we can say right now, it's an ongoing investigation, have identified the remains, and it's no longer a missing person investigation.
We'll take any questions.
Can you say at this point, like, has she been there, do you believe, since she went missing?
At this, I'll let you speak.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that the autopsy is going to have to reveal for us. timing of death, how long they think she was there. So I'd have to say that we can't pinpoint that yet.
Can you
Anything else?
disclose what led you to that house?
No, not right now. I'm sure that will come to light later. I would imagine that it would, but right now it would be helpful for members of the public to understand that we have a lot of information to gather. We have a lot of troopers involved in this investigation. We're working with the family, putting the pieces together, and this will take some time. We need to get our facts correct, and we need to do this right the first time.
Who was living at the home as of yesterday?
I couldn't speak to that. We have been in contact with Mr. Klein, and as far as commenting on who lives at that residence, I'm not able to do that right now. Yeah.
As far as
I'm
where
sorry.
she-
No,
I'm sorry. As far
sure.
as like where she was found, I know that you said you kind of had to do some structural stuff to the house. Can you say like, was it
Under.
like
Yeah.
the foundation?
It's a trailer
Oh.
on
Yeah.
concrete stanchions, so it's not mobile, but it was under the trailer, a double-wide trailer.
What did River Fire Department have to do to assist as far as
They had to cut
access?
some aluminum siding away for access.
Being how the body was found, has the coroner rolled this just suspicious? Has he rolled it a homicide? What?
No ruling yet.
We would be working with the coroner's office and awaiting those decisions. Right now, it's too early to say. But as I mentioned earlier, we need to take our time, do this right, make sure that we're not missing anything, and just give this investigation the resources that they need, the investigators the resources that they need.
Essentially, there's parallel investigations right now. One would be at the Forensic DX facility, processing what they found as a result of the autopsy, and now the state police doing the outside work, following up on information they had as a report of a missing person, and as going forward now that we have identified her as the missing person under the house.
Do you know why state police were still on scene at the house today?
We're continuing to investigate and gather information, gather evidence. We're not able to comment on all of the evidence that we're gathering. That would be irresponsible of us, but you can rest assured that we're there for a reason, and I don't know how long we may continue to be working there at that scene. It could be some time, or perhaps we may wrap up there later today. But this is an open investigation, and so we are pursuing all leads. We're not ruling anything out. And anyone in the Somerset area who would have any information that they would think would be helpful for our investigators to know, we would definitely want them to call us right away here at the Somerset station.
I know you can't disclose specifically what led you to that area, but can you say even was it like maybe like a relative that had maybe concern that there was something under there? Was it a neighbor maybe that could have tipped you off to like specifically look there?
That's a good question. We can't comment right now
I
out
think
of respect for the investigation.
Most
Yeah.
we can say is very good police work.
Yeah.
Have you determined if there were any injuries to Mrs. Klein?
We would be checking for that, but I can't comment on any injuries to Ms. Klein.
Leading up to the other day, was there more suspicion with this case going from the time she came missing?
Certainly now we have an incident where a person was buried, and there's a lot for us to look into.
Even processing the information that we had from beginning a missing person investigation. Now we have to comb through all that information to see how that fits in the puzzle at
Yeah.
this point.
Is anyone living in the house now, or have they been living in the house?
It was occupied.
Okay. By the family?
It was occupied.
Okay. It certainly is a tragic incident with this result that we've just confirmed today. We're certain that we will be developing more information for you as time goes on. And like the district attorney said, our thoughts and prayers are with the family of Ms. Klein. This certainly would be a difficult day for them.
Where are the occupants now? They're not there, obviously.
No.
Can they come back, or is that going to be a crime scene that you can't come back to that? I don't know how it goes.
As long as it's a crime scene, I think that we're pretty limited on what we can say is going on there.
Okay.
When it's
Yeah,
released, different story.
Okay, thank you.
We certainly will be preserving the scene as long as we need to ensure that any potential evidence would be recovered and that the scene is not disturbed.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thanks.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
Lisa, you have a couple minutes?
Here's your iPad.
Oh, thank you.
Sure.
On this, we have something else I'll talk to you about.
Okay.
No, I know you said all you.
I mean, yeah, we pretty
I'm
much
I'm
wrapped
aware
up.
of that.
Hey, Cliff, if you
Yeah.
have send me a picture of this girl. Oh, do you have a picture of when she was missing?
Yeah. I've seen it.
I mean, I could probably send it from them.
I think I have.
You have it?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
If that doesn't work out, let me know. Okay.
thanks.
Yeah.
Let me look when we get out.
Okay,
I think it's still on.
okay, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.